Alright, hello and welcome to the September 2013 Extravaganza. I'm glad you're no stranger to cheering. It is highly encouraged throughout all of the program. Man, what a week it's been getting here. I'm glad all of you were able to make it in attendance. These guys have worked very, very hard to put on a show for you. And they've had the least amount of time out of any group, I think, that I've ever worked with. I think they had like 4 practices to put together, close to a 2-hour show for you guys. Just remarkable, the ability and hard work and dedication of everybody in the show tonight. So, in case you don't know, say it anyway. At any point in time, you want to yell out, "That's my son," or "Woohoo!" or clap really loud, or whistle. Whatever you want, it's okay in this room. I know I'm whispering, I don't know why, I think it's because it's so dark out there. Alright, so without further ado, I bring to you the Extravaganza. I present to you Johnny Marble, Cole Shirk, Enzo Barrett, Ian Buelltel, Kate Thornberry, Riley Christensen, Carly Danick, Danielle Taylor. In the back row, Allison Teichman, Jordan Amata, Dan Schneider, Sam Bernat, Greg Buelltel, Smitty Malhotra, Rory the Freight Train Barrett, and Nathan the Ninja Taylor. With your permission, they would like to finish their examination for their black belt ranks. They have to put on this show for you today in order to achieve that rank. If you say boo or no, I send them home crying. If you say woo, yeah, then we can have a great show. What shall it be on the count of 3? 1, 2, 3. I guess you proceed. You may now walk off.
So many people have helped me throughout this journey, and it's hard to list all of them here. First of all, I thank all of you in the audience for being here and supporting us even with last week's chaos. Thank you. Of course, I have my family to thank, who bought most of my gear, drove me to class, and encouraged me throughout this journey. I'd also like to thank all my friends who have come today, both in the audience and on stage. The awesome members of the demo team have also helped me and motivated me. Woo! Next, I'd like to thank Mr. Span for getting me hooked on karate in the first place, and then Mr. Milliken, Ms. Springer, and Mr. Renaud for being the greatest instructors I could ask for. And of course, I could never look Ms. Foster, whose patience and kindness in answering everyone's questions makes the dojo even more special. The list goes on, and I'm sure I'm forgetting a lot of people who made a difference, so here's a shout out to the rest of you. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Well, I started karate about 3 years ago. Was introduced to it by Mr. Span. Even though I didn't know what was going to happen, I was taking the opportunity. I was really hesitant about it, but as I got into the real classes, my fear was subsiding. Well, I started to think about how I would take karate, because about in 2005, I had a terrifying accident that almost killed me. I was told that I fell 30 feet on my head and got carried by a helicopter to the hospital. Even though I don't remember the fall, I am scarred by it whenever I think of it. As a couple months passed, I was more and more comfortable, getting more disciplined, respectful, and positive too. For this, I would like to thank my instructors, Mr. Span, Mr. Milliken, Mrs. Springer, Mr. Bernat, and Mr. Taylor. Up to now, I have gained strength, commitment, and integrity.
Listen as the crowd would sing, now the old king is dead. and Alex Bernat. Thank you to Alex Bernat for helping all the kids practice on Sundays. Bye.
Hi, my name's Roy Graham. First of all, that's my son. So proud of him. Okay, so the good news and the bad news. The good news is, or the bad news I guess is I managed to bring this electronically because I ran out of paper. We only had half a room left. So I've got my speech here. Also, the advantage of having this sort of electronic is I'm just going to Twitter that this Black Belt Extravaganza is going to be awesome, so people will know they can come late. Okay, thank you for coming. Thanks to Robert Taylor and his family for introducing my family and I to karate. The first time I was exposed to karate, I came to a Black Belt Extravaganza, and Nathan Taylor was getting his youth black belt. Today, he'll get his second degree black belt. Robert, I guess there was a little bit of genius in having me join karate. I know it hurts you that now Nathan just gets to beat up on me all the time, but then again, you have become too old for karate, I guess. I love karate, it's fantastic. It's the only place where you can't answer the phone, answer email, or do chores at home. I've tried the first two, it doesn't work. It's been quite a journey in preparation for my black belt. It's a lot of work, physically, mentally, making friends, getting to hit them, of course. Jim Erbach, if you're here, sorry I hit you a little hard last Friday. I'm sure you're getting back. I'm really fortunate to do karate with my wife, Carrie. We get to spend a lot of time together working on the mat, doing something that's fun. For some reason, she really likes practicing karate on me. She says it's therapeutic. I'm not sure if that's for her, but anyways, there you go. So I have a long list of people I'd like to thank. Jim Erbach, everybody, all the martial artists that I've had the opportunity to work out with in the dojo, from white belts to black belts, back to white belts. Special thanks to Mr. Stan, who helped us working towards our first degree black belt and then all beyond. Mr. Milliken, Mr. Taylor, Terry Springer, Jeff Springer, Suzanne Weir, Alex Bernard. As Enzo said, he selflessly helped the youth black belts who showed up on Sunday mornings get ready for the test, and that was huge. All the other black belts who are here behind the curtain who showed up on Sunday mornings, and also my son Julio, who of course isn't preparing for a black belt test, but came to multiple hours of black belt practice, extra practice at home, and was able to deal with that. So I really appreciate that, Julio. Thank you. So working towards this black belt, I learned a lot. I learned a lot about being humble, and we started practicing on Sunday mornings, and I thought this is going to be really awesome. I'm going to get to go to use the mat in the dojo, get all my techniques done, and all that other stuff, and I'll be really well prepared. Well, about 2 practices in, I used to get a little grouchy because I found that I really wasn't getting as much practice in for me. And I said to Carrie, I'm like, this is pretty frustrating. I just feel like I'm not getting the practice in that I want, but we're there for many, many hours. And it's like, I have to answer all these questions for people and help them out. And of course, she just looked at me and said, Rory, that's what being a black belt is. So, looking after yourself, when I was preparing for my first black belt 2 years ago, whenever it was, I'm losing the row. It was great, and some of the other black belts were complaining about being sore and achy and so forth. And, I couldn't really relate. I just thought they were old, kind of, like